Most people assume narcissists move on easily and never look back. But the truth is more complicated than that. Many times, the moment they realize they should not have manipulated you happens long after they walk away. In the beginning, the connection felt real. It felt like mutual respect, loyalty, and emotional closeness. You showed up for them. You invested time, energy, and genuine care because you believed the relationship mattered. But slowly, the dynamic began to shift. Their expectations grew larger while their appreciation grew smaller. No matter how much you did, it never felt like enough. Instead of gratitude, you received criticism. Instead of respect, you were met with subtle comments that slowly chipped away at your confidence. And here is the confusing part. They often made it feel like the problem was you. Like you were the one falling short. Like you just needed to try harder. But the reality is their need for attention and validation is endless. No amount of effort from another person can truly satisfy it. Eventually, they begin looking elsewhere for attention. While you continue providing stability, they quietly start exploring new sources of admiration. People who have not yet seen the pattern. People who are still impressed by the charm. And for a while, this new attention feels exciting to them. At this point, they convince themselves they have found someone better. Someone who will meet their needs more easily. So when they feel confident about this new connection, they may walk away from you without much hesitation. But here is the part most people do not expect. The pattern never actually changes. At first, the new person seems perfect. Everything feels exciting and effortless. But over time, the same thing begins to happen. The new person shows normal human flaws. They cannot constantly provide endless admiration. And slowly, the narcissist begins to feel dissatisfied again. This is usually when something interesting happens. They start remembering the past. They think about the stability you provided, the patience you showed, the way you stayed supportive even during difficult moments. And suddenly they start realizing something uncomfortable. Life with you is easier than they thought. You tolerated behavior that most people would not accept. Many people would simply walk away from constant criticism or manipulation. But you stayed longer than most would have. Once they begin dealing with people who set stronger boundaries, the contrast becomes very clear. And that is often when regret quietly appears. Sometimes this leads them to think about reaching out again. They remember the comfort of knowing you would always be there. But whether they actually try to reconnect depends on one very important thing: your growth. If you remain stuck emotionally, they might believe they can step back into your life. But if you moved forward, rebuilt your confidence, and created a healthier life without them, the situation changes completely. Your progress reveals the truth. It shows that the relationship did not limit you. The unhealthy dynamic did. Once they realize you understand that, they often stay away. Not because they forgot what you meant to them, but because they know the dynamic cannot work the same way anymore. And that realization can be one of the most powerful parts of your healing. While they continue searching for validation in new places, you have something far more valuable: growth, clarity, and peace that does not depend on someone else's approval.